Alright, so one of the first problems I do want to tackle on this machine is the tool changer. It's missing, there's something in it that's broken and it misses several of the tool slots. I have a general idea of what's probably the issue, but just to show you what's going on here. So we're on tool 1. If I change currently to say tool 11, tool 11 works. Tool 12 does not work. So if I try to change to tool 12, it will sit here and spin like this forever. So the way this actually functions internally, there's each of the tools on here, there's little bumps in it that register basically binary, either there's a bump or no bump. And they spin around and they hit some kind of switch inside there. So we're going to go ahead and open this up and we'll see what all that looks like. So this is the cover for actually accessing the tools. You can open this up here and this gives us access internally. So if we want to pull a tool out, it just lifts out this way. Or if you want to put a new one in, it just slides in there. If you want to change tools, you can hold the button up here down and then just spin the thing by hand until you get to the tool that you would like to, and it just pulls out. So what I was talking about, you can actually see down into here, possibly, there's the little bumps in here. Alright, so lighting here isn't the greatest, but you can kind of see these two little bumps here. And if I spin this around, you'll see different ones as they come by. And then what those register on, we're going to go handheld for a minute here. This guy here has the blocks, and there should be some switches in here and some wiring. And we're going to go ahead and pull that out and test it and find out if this is where the problem is or if it's elsewhere in the machine. Got my little stubby Phillips that I can get in here. Pull these two screws out. There's one. There's two. Alright, so the top of the block came off. This is a fairly simple machine part. Now it looks like there's two screws here that's got to come out. Again, a fairly simple part. Looks like maybe just a key stop with two screws in it. Oh, looks like this popped right out. Alright, so he's on a wire. That looks like a bunch of micro switches. That one looks different than the rest. Maybe it's already been replaced once. So we've got a plug back here. Alright, so it looks like we've got a row of micro switches here. One of them is actually different. Looks like they're just on some metal rails. There's a spacer of some kind just on the end there. They're all soldered together. Let's go ahead and take this over to the bench and use our multimeter, see if we can find out what's going on. So looking at this layout, we have this red guy here, which is just a primary rail that goes all the way across. And then we've got each of these other colors along here, which are then wired to each of the switches. I think I can come over here to red and I can clip my ground off there. If we'll be able to read that there, we should be able to at least hear it beep. So now if I touch anywhere on this rail, I should get beeps. I shouldn't get beeps on any of these because all the switches are open. But if I put this on here and then I actuate the switch, right, so the first one's good. The second one's not giving me anything. The orange one is bumping because this moved a little bit. Yellow, red. This one looks like purple. Purple's working. It's this yellow one here. Does not seem to work. Black works, yellow does not. Orange ends up getting bumped because my alligator clip isn't very good. Alright, so all the other ones seem to work. So, let's see what all do I have. Switch here. So I could be very close. I think I have a baggie of them. And I have some rods. I'm just going to go ahead and make a whole new assembly like this. Five. Alright, go ahead and lay these out. Spacing all looks good. Let's see if this extra spacer will go onto here. These bars are a little bit larger. I'm going to have to either drill this out or make a different one. Maybe I can leave this one on here. Alright, so next up, I'm going to want to turn one of these into a rail, so I'll have to get out the soldering iron and start working on that. Alright, so the first part on this, I want to make this rail that goes along here. I'm just going to go ahead and weave this little piece of wire into each of these. I'll probably just twist them all around ever so slightly. Throw some needle nose. One thing I do have to be careful of, this one's actually, these little mushroom tops here are quite a bit lower profile than these setups. So what I'm thinking I may end up having to do is push all of these over. So I'm just going to try giving them a twist. And if I'm going to break any of them, I do have some spares. Trying to line these up as best I can so I can just feed that wire straight through here. Here you should be able to see, now we've got that one rail that goes all the way across. Let's do a quick test on all of our switches. Make sure they work like they expected and that folding all these over didn't cause issues. Good connectivity all the way down. Alright, first switch. Again, I'm trying to light myself on fire. Be right back. I'm going to solve this issue. The soldering iron is at least somewhat out of the way. Not to light anything on fire. And now we can test our switches. So switch number 1, good. Switch number 2, good. Switch number 3, good. 4, and 5. Alright, so all of our switches are good. So looking at this setup and this low profile design, what I'm going to want to do is actually cut all of these off so that they're down lower. Now, whether or not I drill a new hole or if I just do a solder joint right onto them, I'm not sure. But this obviously is designed to have a really low profile to it. So I'm going to try to replicate that. I brought the machine part back over here, and all the worry I had about the height, I didn't need to worry about. So this actually doesn't go higher than that point there, and there's more than plenty of space in this little milled out area. So we'll be okay with that. For moving the rails over, or the terminals over, I'm just going to desolder them from here and then go straight over and solder them directly onto here. That way I know they're on the right ones. See what I did there, right? Soldered this on here, kind of coming from the wrong direction, because now my next guy needs to go on underneath it. And pull him back off. I think we're just going to document this and then solder it back together based off of documentation. Alright, so going from left to right, we're going to label these one, two, three, four, five. Number one is going to be black. Number two looks like yellow, orange. Number three is orange. Number four is orange, purple. Number five is purple. And then across is going to be rail with red. Alright, so I have that written down now. Now I can just desolder them all and then solder them all back on. It'll be a little bit faster and a little easier. Drilled some holes in this guy. And now he will fit on there as the spacer. And when this actually sits in there, it's got grooves on the other side. I want the wires to actually feed around to there. All right, now that we've gone through all that, let's see if it was worth it. I've got everything reassembled. I put all the parts back in here and got everything wired back together. I've got a program loaded that will just cycle through each of the tools, bring them down, spin them for a minute or 2 seconds, and then bring them back up.
Contact